in right before I walk on. Hey, I'm Michael Shepard. I'm from the fourth floor. Looking up to the RAs that are going on right here. Some RAs over here, some RAs over here. Being up here is pretty hard. What's a little bit harder, talking to an RA drunk while getting written up for a noise complaint. That's what's hard. Bernard. Last night, Bernard comes knocking. God, he came knocking. And I went to shut down my radio broadcast, and it was terrible. I've had a really tough week. It's been pretty hard for me. Yeah, this is a tough week. I was trying out for I was rushing a frat, and I haven't made it yet. It's really hard to be in a frat, be a frat brother. And so I had an interview yesterday, and I walk in, and they're like, all right, just sit down right here. And I was like, okay, great. So they walk up, and they're like, we're preparing. So he comes down, and he's like, okay, we're ready for you. Put on this blindfold. I don't know if you've ever been to a frat where it's full of guys, and I'm putting on a blindfold. Not the smartest thing, and freaking scary. It's almost as scary as being up here, or scary talking to an RA while drunk, getting a noise complaint. Or smoking inside. This is fucking scary. So I walk in, I'm wearing a blindfold, and I walk in. And I've been in the frat house before, and, it's a party house, but, it's reasonably clean, and so I have my blindfold, and he's, like, walking me in, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And so he has me sidestepping, and walking over things and under things, and I have no idea what's going on. And I've been there, and I don't know what I'm walking over, under, or beside. And so I finally get and sit down, and I don't know if you've ever been interrogated by the police or an RA, but it's really the same thing what I did at the frat. I sat down in the chair, and there was arms on the chair, and he's like, okay, you can take off the blindfold. I take off the blindfold, and there's a police interrogation. There were nine lamps focused right in my eyes, and there was a laptop sitting there. There was a laptop sitting on the table in front of me. I don't know if you guys are on the internet at all, but Meat Spin was playing over and over and over and over again. If you're not on the internet, let's just say it's very, 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 very homosexual. Now, again, a frat house, I was just blindfolded, there's full of guys, and again, it's really scary. And I'm shaking. I'm shaking. And so I'm sitting there, and they're yelling at me, and I can't see a thing. I can't see anything past these lights. It's a police interrogation, and they're like, what's your name? And I was like, Michael Shafrin. What's your graduation year? 2016. Okay, and then they asked me, and they asked me a pretty cool question. I have to admit, besides the whole scary, they made it a little easier for me. They're like, you're standing in line for the salty spittoon. How tough are you? And I was like, I had milk this morning. And so I proceeded to, and the whole time, I forgot to tell you, the whole time they're like telling me to stare at the video. They're like, you have to stare. No smiling, you have to stare, you have to stare. And I'm like, no, I want to stare. Stare! And I was like, okay, I'll stare. And finally they said, okay, the interview's over. And I was like, oh, thank God. And they're like, all right, you don't have to stare anymore. And so I walked over, and I walked up, and I went past the lights, and I saw the whole room was filled with guys watching me watch Meat Spin. And so they said, okay, we'll give you a call. And so I saw a couple of my friends from high school that are also in the frat, and they said, oh, nice job, I'm sure you did well, fine. And so I was like, okay, great. And so I got a call today at 12:30. This is totally true. I got a call today at 12:30 and said, hello, this is I regret to inform you that you did not get a bid into What? Yes, you did not get a bid into the fraternity, and I'm very sorry. Thank you for the opportunity that you gave me. Thanks for trying. And then he's like, okay, goodbye. And I was thinking about it. I was like, what was it? I mean, did I behave at the frat house? The parties that I went to last week, or did something go wrong in the interview? And I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe if I didn't have an erection the whole time I was watching it, maybe they let me in. And so I was, and so today I was thinking about it, and I didn't know what was going on, and I haven't spoken to the frat since he called me at 12:30 this morning, or 12:30 this afternoon, and so I was like, I don't know, should I call my friends, or are they going to call me? I really want to know what I screwed up, and they're going to call me, and finally my friend texted me, and he said, hey, Shaf, you did a great job. Yeah, man, you did great, and hope you come back. And I was like, this is like a one-night stand. Should I text him or should he text me? Yeah, scary. It's scary being in college. It's scary being up here, and Jean-Paul, you came up here before, and this is my second time, so you can suck it. You can check me out on YouTube, Michael Shafran. I have a comedy. I tell a couple jokes, and I'm funny. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.